This is it. This is our last day of work on the farm. Our whole life is just gonna be so much different. I'm crying.
No. We'll be back. Love this farm.
Still got your pearls hanging by my bedside.
24 hours, you're going on an airplane up in the sky.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Lola's farm.
Woo! Is it windy today, huh?
This is it. This is our last day of work on the farm before we go back to the United States and have our baby. Today is gonna be all about getting this A-frame house all ready so we can leave it for 5 months. All that we care about is that in those 5 months, this thing doesn't fall over.
So the best thing that we can do right now is connect these two A-frames together. So what we're gonna be doing is putting all of these support pieces, connecting the two all the way up. Like we're gonna have a really good system working today, where Rodrigo is gonna cut all the caballos. He already has 2 completely done, 4 more to go, and Jordan is just gonna go ahead and weld them all in. So we whipped out the other welder. Rodrigo's over here working on the other side, so that while Jordan's working on that side, we can kind of simultaneously brace the 2 A's together on both sides at the same time as we're working our way up. The welding is also the thing that is taking the most time. All the caballos are pretty much already all cut, so the welding is what's going to take the longest. So the more welders we got going at the same time, the quicker we'll get this thing done.
If you guys saw a couple of videos ago, we put all these angle pieces in, and I know it might have been hard to kind of follow at that point, but I can really show you now. You can see on this beam, we have these angle pieces going all the way up. You can see it sitting on that piece of angle. Over here, we didn't have that idea for this one. And it's a pain in the butt. And if it's a pain in the butt right now to get the beams in place here without the pieces of angle, just imagine when we go all the way up there. And that's where we're gonna leave it. 2 on this side, 3 on the other.
We didn't reach our goal. I told the people the goal was 3 on each side.
Good thing is that
Letting them down, honey.
Rodrigo's actually leaving the farm too. He's gonna be backpacking all of Central America and Mexico. So it's just gonna be Kaka here. But he has another week until he goes. So I think he should be able to get a lot of these all done for when we leave it for the long stretch. But you guys won't be seeing this for 5 months. So we'll pick this thing back up in December. I'm feeling kind of sad right now. I'm excited to go back and see family and friends, but I don't want to leave. This really feels like home.
I know, honey. Like I said, like I keep saying, it's so bittersweet. I have this whole array of emotions of excitement, of fear, of the unknown, but also a little bit of sadness that, you know.
This is what we like dedicated our last 2 years to. And we focused so much on this house, and it's kind of just like been our life. And just be like walking away from it for the last time. And then the next time we come back, our whole life is just gonna be so much different. We're gonna have a baby. This is never gonna be, I'm never gonna be doing construction on that thing ever again.
Thinking about another human being.
My goodness. Freaking out. I'm gonna be real with you guys. My biggest concern about leaving this farm is this solar system. If you guys saw one of our last videos, then you saw that we've been having some problems ever since we installed this new charge controller by Renogy. It's big, it's 100 amp hours, and we have had nothing but problems with it. And we made a little video talking about those problems, and I gotta give credit where credit's due because the people from Renogy saw that video and they reached out to us. Shout out to Renogy. We're gonna talk to them and try to get this right, but for the meantime, I can't have this charge controller in here while we're gone for 5 months because I'm just terrified of it. Alright, I've done a lot of work in here. It's still a mess, and I'm just gonna be having anxiety the whole time. Right now I'm kind of just feeling all the connections with my hands. I'm just seeing if any of them get warm, because that can tell you if you had a bad connection, but it's all feeling good. Smaller charge controller, but we're not gonna be using any power in here. But I'm still gonna be freaking out that one day Kake will just text me and be like, well, the workshop burned down. It's just been such a wild ride these last 24 hours. We had to say goodbye to all of our friends, so we went out and had a big party at the brewery. It was kind of like one last hoorah.
It's one last send-off for us.
We have this whole kind of group of really, really amazing friends that don't really make it into these videos, because when we hang out with them, that's kind of when we
That's our time, yeah. That's our time to just
put the camera down and just hang out with them, because they're all awesome people. And then the next morning, it was time to say goodbye, and it was really sad.
Bye, Raj.
Bye, Raj.
I love you, baby. You'll be in good hands.
Goodbye, my little puppy gups. I'm gonna miss you guys so much. You're gonna be so big when we get back. You're gonna be so big. I'm crying.
no.
Honey, they're gonna be in good hands.
I know, but they're not gonna be in my hands.
You're gonna be in such good hands, okay?
When we get back, you guys are gonna have babies.
You might have babies already.
Come here, sweetie. Let's take one last little beat. Look at the rainbow over to the right side. What a view to go out on, huh?
I know.
My God.
We'll be back. Well, it's fun. Bye, bye. You guys see the rainbow in the distance? I think that's a good sign. Bye, Teddy! Adios! Adios!
Don't you knock up any of the puppy guppies, all right? You hear me?
Once. Do you hear me? No, I feel that today. I feel like that.
Go back, Brian. Go back, Brian.
It's not goodbye to see you later.
This is the moment, bro. Dude, you're gonna be a different man the next time we see you.
Oh, see you, bro.
See you, bro. Thanks for all your help. But we didn't have that big of a travel day ahead of us. We just had to take a quick little flight over to Panama City because our flight back to Boston wasn't until the next day. So we had one day in Panama City, which when we got here, we just realized we could never live anywhere like this because it is just so hot.
So hot.
You're sweating even just standing outside, and it's 7 in the morning.
Well, at least now we know, you know, this is not the place for us.
We always like entertain different places where we would like to live, and we thought Florida was on that list, and now we're just like,
definitely not.
can never live in Florida.
No.
Buy $90 Airbnb in Panama City. You were great. This camera just gets so foggy so quickly, honey. It feels just like it looks.
So what, you were like
I really didn't want to. It's pretty wild because Jordan and I just realized that today is August 1st, which marks exactly 4 years since we hopped in our little school bus And initially, it was really only supposed to be a 6-month road trip. We were gonna go to California and back. And we never anticipated YouTube allowing us to continue our lives in the way that we've been living. YouTube was really only something we were doing to document our memories so that we could one day look back on and show our kids, which is of course a huge part of it still to this day. So that 6-month road trip turned into us traveling all across the United States, up to Alaska, down through Mexico, all of Central America. We hit Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Honduras, Costa Rica, and then finally Panama. Never in a million years did we think that we would land in Panama and choose that as our place to settle in, to start our family. And not only our family, but this dream of starting a community and bringing in some of the most amazing people and animals that we've ever met in our entire lives. So who would have thought? Who would have freaking thought 4 years ago that this is where we would be?
I want to take a minute here for a public service announcement. Something that's so important when you're traveling and something that we always make sure we do when we're traveling is we turn on our VPN. And the VPN we use is Surfshark, and they're sponsoring today's video. They've been sponsoring us for well over a year, and they've been such a huge support of this channel. We love working with Surfshark because not only do we use it all the time, we always have Surfshark running in the background of our phones and our computers, but we also believe in the product and believe in how important it is to use a VPN. Every single day, people are trying to get our information. We have emails every day of people trying to fish for our information, people trying to get us to download spyware, all different kinds of stuff. And when you're traveling and connecting to public Wi-Fi networks, it is so easy for someone to get all your personal information that's connected to the same Wi-Fi network that you are. And what a VPN does is it puts a middleman in between you and anyone that's trying to get your information. And it's so important to keeping all your personal stuff safe. So if none of you guys are using a VPN right now, we highly recommend it, and we highly recommend Surfshark. And they also have a special deal going on right now. All the details are down in the description, but if you use promo code Nomadic, Surfshark will give you 83% off and 3 extra months for free. So thank you so much, Surfshark, for sponsoring this video. The two of us have always traveled as cheap as we possibly can. We've taken 7-hour bus rides to Costa Rica just to save a few bucks. And on this flight, we've been saving up all the points on our credit card for a few years now. And we had enough, we're like, all right, we're flying business class. We've never done this before in our lives. We're also thinking ahead because when we fly back, we're gonna have a 3-month-old baby, and we want enough space. So at least when we have just the 2 of us in a row, there'll be plenty of space to have a baby with us.
Moist towelette.
Pregnancy approved. So we got the TV, and then we got a recline, like way back. And right when you think that there's no more secret compartments, you go over to your right.
You can see Boston off in the distance right now. And I'm just so excited to be back with all of our friends and family. It's not just like it's a quick visit. Every time it's been like a week or 2 weeks or maybe 3. But this is gonna be for 5 months. We've never been here for 5 months since we left in our bus.
Man, oh man, you guys, does it feel so good? We're not the only ones that are super stoked to be back. Lola hasn't been back here in over 2 years, and she definitely remembers this place. Lola girl!
Welcome to the room I grew up in, you guys. This is where I spent my first 25 years of life.
Now there's one thing that I've been looking forward to. I got this, my sister-in-law gave it to me when we were here last month. And this month, being back in Panama, it's been really, really hard not having it.
Boba thinks it's her toy.
What is this? This is Mommy's special pillow. Oh my god, we got a mirror! You know what else we have?
What?
A friggin' toilet! A real...
Look at. But we just got back to 2 packages from you guys. But this is our first official unboxing that Lola's very excited for. What's in there? Look at, we got a letter.
Oh, Lola, hold on.
Dear Kaylee and Jordan, this gift for baby Seth.
Wait.
This isn't for you.
Down.
Sit. This isn't for you, honey. This is for the baby.
Look at this, honey. This is hand crocheted. Oh my god, Bob, Sue, and Nick. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bob, Sue, and Nick.
You guys really know how to tape a box. Honey, you're taking way too long. This is taking way too long. Just put the freaking thing open.
I tried. I'm not strong enough. Look at, honey. It's handmade soap with Lola prints on it.
Created in loving memory of Therese.
And look at, honey, we got a beanie and booties for Sadie.
Oh my goodness.
None of my family's home yet. They're all down the Cape, so. Do I have toothpaste all over my face? I see I have no excuse now because we actually have a mirror. But all my family's down the Cape, so I'm excited to see them all tomorrow. But I'm exhausted. A long day of travel. A lot of stuff, a lot of emotions. So thank you guys so much for following along. We'll see you next time.